Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Law Talks. I'm Ann Baldwin, and we're joined today by attorney Lou George with the law firm of Hassett George with offices in Simsbury and Cromwell, and we're talking about contractors and how consumers can better protect themselves. Lou, what kind of advice do you have for us?
Well, first, whenever you're going to have work done at a home, it should be done by a licensed contractor. They're licensed with the Department of Consumer Protection. And if they're licensed, in the long run, that helps you. So that's the first step. Secondly, you want to get a number of quotes. And when you receive these quotes, if there's one that's really, really low and kind of off the chart, you want to be very leery of that and do your homework with regard to that particular contractor. And then when you hone in on a quote with someone and you enter into an agreement, it should be a written contract. The contract is very specific. The Home Improvement Act specifies what needs to be in there. The name, the address, the contact information, their license number, the cost of the project, the start date, the completion date. You have 3 days to rescind on it so you can get it reviewed. They should give a 5-year history of their different companies that they may have had. Some change their names, and they have to give you that list. And why do you want that? So you can research it and make sure that they're the proper people to be doing the job for you.
Okay, and if you do get a licensed contractor and they don't fulfill their obligation, there is a resource for that.
If they're licensed with the state, there is a fund that if you pursue them and they don't have the money, they default, you can pursue this fund with the Department of Consumer Protection. Yes, and that's helpful, and that's why you want a licensed contractor to do it.
Absolutely. And how much money should you give down on a particular project?
You want to give as little as possible up front. They do need money, and that's okay. If they ask for supplies, sometimes you can pay the supplier directly as opposed to giving it to them ahead of the job. There are ways to do it, but smaller increments of payments are better to keep them on task, as opposed to, I've heard horror stories where they give half the money up front and the contractor never comes back and they have nowhere to go with it. So you want to make sure that you're giving smaller increments over a period of time.
Well, great advice, great legal advice, and of course, if there is an issue, the folks at Hassett and George are available to help you deal with that as well. Sure. Well, great information, Lou, and thank you very much for that. And again, thank you for watching this edition of Law Talks. For more information on this particular issue or any legal issue that you might have, we invite you to go to their website at hgesq.com.